Good evening, my friends. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to take control of your mind and how to be aware that you cannot trust your thoughts, but you have to test your thoughts. And I'm going to explain how I learned how to do that. But I just want to pull from Psalm 119, 113. It says, I hate thoughts, but your law do I love. And I just want to leave it right there. I hate thoughts. It says vain thoughts, but it's really, I just hate thoughts. But your law I love. And the way that the Lord brought this made me aware of this is I was actually in prison, and I was taking this I was doing this program to get out of prison early, and they were going to give me a year off. They did give me a year off of my prison sentence, but and I was doing this rational behavior therapy, but it was like a rational thinking class, and so there was these uh, pieces of paper that had basically, you would write out a situation. There was, if there, you would talk about a situation that happened, and then you would write out your thoughts about that situation. But then you would have to test your thoughts by these five rules. Is it based on objective reality? Is it based on the truth? Is it, I don't remember them all, uh, but I took those ways of thinking, and I put that into practice, and it did make me realize how irrational my thoughts were. But then I had to learn how to make my thoughts not just rational based on like the world, um, but also according to Scripture. That's why I love this scripture, because he says, I hate thoughts, but I love your law. So I learned that, okay, this might be rational, but it may not still be in line with Scripture, okay? Because you have to be able to make sure it's in faith. You have to make sure it's rooted in love and according to the law of God. So I started, whenever I would have a thought, I'd be like, well, is this rooted in faith? Is this rooted in love? Is this rooted in hope? And if it wasn't, then I would be able to learn how to reject those things. But there is a time where everyone needs to write their thoughts out, especially if you're struggling with depression or doubt or anything contrary to faith, hope, and love. Okay, because like it says in Scripture, every good thing, every perfect thing comes from above. Whatever's good, whatever's pleasant, think about these things. So, but our hearts and our minds tend to think about the opposite of that. We think about terrible things. We stress ourselves out. We get anxiety and stress and anger and all the things that we allow to enter our mind from the enemy or from our own flesh, our own worst enemy. We don't. The devil doesn't make us do everything. That we have plenty that we're responsible for ourselves. So, but if I can leave you with anything tonight, know for certain that you should hate majority of your thoughts, and very few thoughts are good and hopeful and whatever. Now that I've taken the time to um, like intentionally go through and redo my brain, I don't struggle with it as much. I will say that a lot more of my thoughts are God centered now, but it was like a battle for a long time. And I have stacks of paper from just writing out my thoughts and making them rational and scriptural. So first you got to make them rational, and second you got to make them scriptural. So if you want to learn how to do that more, let me know. All right. God bless. Bye bye.